All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a very modern mistake today, one that sneakily robs us of our time and our focus. And that's this habit of getting completely absorbed in things that, when you really think about it, just don't concern us.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. You get to the end of the day, you had all these plans, things you wanted to get done, and you just wonder, where did all that time go? Where did my attention really go? You know you were busy, but with what? It's that feeling of hours just vanishing into the scroll, and it's not an accident.
And that feeling, that's what leads us right here, into what you could call the digital rabbit hole. This is the place our focus goes to get lost. Look, we have access to more information than any other time in human history, which is incredible. But the downside is that it's like a tidal wave of content, right? And it is so easy to get swept up in information that doesn't just not help us, but actually pulls us away from the things that really matter in our own lives. And this is what it looks like in practice. It's getting totally wrapped up in other people's drama, online gossip, celebrity feuds that have absolutely zero impact on your actual life. It's that endless doom scrolling of news about stuff happening thousands of miles away that you have no control over. And, oh yeah, my favorite, spending real emotional energy arguing with complete strangers on the internet. Does any of that sound a little too familiar? So you might be thinking, what's the big deal? It seems pretty harmless, right? But this constant state of distraction, it comes with a price. A very real, but often hidden price.
And here's the absolute truth of it. Your attention is a finite resource. It's a zero-sum game. Every single minute you spend absorbed in some distant drama is a minute you can't spend on your own personal growth, on your family, on your actual community. We're basically trading what's meaningful for what's merely novel or noisy.
But here's the good news. It does not have to be this way at all. There is a really powerful alternative to this, a way to counteract this tendency. And it all boils down to one thing: mindful focus. So this really lays out the choice that's in front of us every day. On the one side, you have the mistake, chasing every shiny object, getting lost in drama, and letting our own lives fall by the wayside. But on the other side, you have the virtuous counterpoint, practicing mindful focus. That means intentionally directing your attention to the things you can actually influence and using that focus to grow and take real, purposeful action. Okay, so that sounds great, but how do we actually do that? How do we make that shift from one side to the other? Well, it all starts with a really simple but honestly profound idea: finding your circle. And this is your circle of influence. Now, let's be clear. This isn't everything you care about. It's everything you can do something about. We're talking about your health, your work, learning new skills, the relationships you have with your family and your actual friends, your local community. You know, the stuff that responds when you apply your energy to it. And figuring it out is surprisingly easy. You can do this right now. Just grab a piece of paper or open a note on your phone and list out everything that's worrying you, everything that's taking up space in your head. Now go back through that list and circle only the things you have some actual direct control over. That's it. That stuff you circled, that is your circle of influence. That's where your focus belongs. And this is where it all clicks into place. Because when you consciously decide to operate inside that circle, something really powerful starts to happen. You stop being just a passive consumer of endless information, and you become an active agent in your own life. Because when you pour your valuable energy into your circle, the results are real. You can feel them. You start to build actual wisdom from your own experiences, not just consuming opinions. You strengthen your most important relationships. You might even start making a real impact in your community. And of course, you achieve meaningful personal growth. You start living a life of purpose instead of a life of distraction. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've talked about, just looking at the rest of your day today, what truly deserves your limited, your valuable, your incredibly powerful focus? The answer to that question, well, it just might change everything for you.